Shalom, party people, and welcome to the 12th C. Today is November 26th, 2022, day 56 of 75 hard for me. At 6 a.m. this morning, 31 degrees Fahrenheit, I ran 3 miles, and how myself and a good friend of mine decided to run them today is uphill, and there were 17, 18 hills, several, yeah. Don't quote me, maybe it was 15 hills. We did sprints uphill, and my sprints were abysmally slow. But it was something that we gave it some pretty hard sprinting going up hills, and then the straightaways and the downhills were just kind of, an open stride. So it was good. Walking, stretching, that kind of stuff as well. Photo gallon, 200 pounds even again. For breakfast, waffles and eggs, deer chili, sugar-free crackers, and fruit. For lunch, and for dinner, I had deer steak with green beans and raw spinach, and I absolutely love raw spinach. It was very good. Family had a really good Shabbat. Did reading in Acts 12 through 21, and then continued reading in Jordan Peterson's 12 More Rules for Life. So covered a few of them today. All in all, I'm not really gonna go over all the ones because I really want more time to go through this book, but I'm more of power through in this book, and these are just going to be some things that stood out to me. But definitely, I think I'm going to come back and read this book again, maybe for 75 hard round 4 when we come back around to that in January, which January 15, mark your calendars if you want to play along in the home game. But notice that opportunity lurks where responsibility has been abdicated. So all in all, when either you or somebody else is slacking off, there is opportunity somewhere, because there are things that people, maybe you, are not doing. And so, case in point, you have a neighbor who is not mowing their lawn. Opportunity exists there. Maybe it's an opportunity for you to capitalize on that. Say, hey, I noticed that your lawn needs some work. Is everything okay? Can I help out in any way? Oh, cool. You've just got a whole lot going on right now, and you would rather pay someone to do it. How about you pay me? I'll do it this time. You see what you think, and you pay me what I'm worth. If you think I'm worth a $30, $40 a week for grass cutting, cool. If you think I'm worth more than that, we can talk. If you think I'm worth less than that, I want to know why. Potential easy money because somebody's slacking off there. Now, other side of it, somebody who legitimately needs help. Opportunity to help somebody. So it can go either way, but legitimately, there are businesses that are failing to do things in certain areas that can greatly grow their business, but they're choosing for whatever reason to focus on other things. That's an opportunity for you to either be the competition and crush them, or for you to go in and say, hey, I will do this thing that you are ignoring for a fee, and this is what I will charge to do that for you. Just seeing what's out there and taking those opportunities. It's there. Now, on your end of it, if it is something that you are slacking off of, something that I am slacking off, that is a chance for someone to come and surpass you. That is a chance for someone to come and put you in your place. That is a chance for someone to come and take advantage, or someone charge you for something. Now, obviously, we can't do everything, and we're going to outsource some things, and that's just part of it. That being said, we need to look for, hey, where am I slacking off? Where are you slacking off? What are things that, hey, we don't need to slack off, or hey, this is not worth our time, and so we need to outsource this to the most economical cost for the greatest return that we can. Because it may not be worth my time for cutting my grass. And so paying somebody 30, 40, 50 bucks to do it is, now, it's not the case right now, because I just don't have the disposable income to pay somebody else to do it. That being said, areas to look out for. Jordan Peterson talked about, don't do what you hate. And I guess you can play that into outsourcing what is not worth it. There are things that would just better off having somebody else do. There are things that, changing gears a little bit, there are people in our lives that don't need to be in our lives. And maybe we need to recognize, hey, this is somebody or something that, does not bring fulfillment, does not bring joy, does not bring healthy actions and attitudes. And either those things need to be reevaluated if it's an important relationship, or if it's not, if it's just an acquaintance, it's like, hey, bye. I've got better things to do with my time. So, because maybe those people are causing us to slack off. The other part, Jordan Peterson talked about abandoning ideology. And I think it is more of like the things that are pre-programmed in us by society, and the stuff that, hey, we've always done it that way. That kind of thing is when those things need to be examined, and the stuff that does not produce good fruit in us needs to go. Now, it's not the things that, I don't care for this. It's like, okay, well, why don't you care? Is it something that, needs to be worked on, or is it something that needs, to be removed? And then one that I think plays a lot more into opportunity lurks where responsibility has been abdicated is his rule of work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing and see what happens. So let's say we noticed something that we're slacking on. Okay, this is important. I need to make this right. So that is where the discipline of, hey, I'm going to give this everything I've got and knock this one out of the park. The concept of quiet quitting has been going around for a while. I think part of it is burnout. I think part of it is people realizing that, hey, I can do other things, other places for different money. And I think that, if we want to advance monetarily with our employers, for those of us who are working for somebody else, hey, here's something that I can get better in, and let's do it. Another part of it, you can Dave Ramsey it up and focus everything you've got on getting out of debt and trying to absolutely murder your debt. So that's a lot more effective way. And I'm not saying don't ask your boss for a raise, because you should get paid what you're worth. If you are knocking it out of the park and raises aren't coming your way, that needs to be a conversation you have with your employer. You need to get a new job. That being said, when I paid off my last semester of college, that was I want to say it was a $500 a month raise that I did not have to ask my boss for. Didn't take out loans to do college. I did pay as you go. I did one semester at a time, making payments for 3 to 6 months until that semester was paid for. And sometimes it would require a break, sometimes it wouldn't, but just pay it as fast as you can and then get it paid off. Wrote that last check for that last semester. Instantly, that was $500 a month. That was not coming out of my bank account. That was not affecting my family. That automatically was freed up to do much better things with. Wrote the last check for my wife's car. That was an instant raise that we did not have to ask anybody for. So, getting out of debt, matters. Now, if we knock this house payment out of the way, that'd even better. That being said, it is a goal of mine and my wife to get out of debt to where we are not beholden to anybody for what is ours. And that is something that, you want to talk about conditioning, is making sure that your money is squared away, making sure that you don't owe nothing to nobody, so that way you can actually be effective with it. Work as hard as you possibly can on at least one thing. See what happens. I like that. And then, is that an area that you're slacking in? So that way there's opportunity there. Go do hard things.